children, I have already introduced the chapter A Little Fish Story, and I shared a video of difficult words also. I taught you the difficult words and their meanings in the Google Meet class, right? And I told you that I will help you with the reading part in my next video. So, this video is about the reading and explanation of the chapter A Little Fish Story. I suggest you to watch my video properly, and you will not watch my video in just one go. You will pause my video and repeat the lines after me. I suggest you to watch my video again and again to improve your reading and to understand this chapter properly, children. Let's start today's class. There are a great many million fish in the seas, but this story is about just one of them, and a very small one at that. So children, as you can see in this picture, there are so many fish in the sea, and this story is about a very small fish who is one of these million fish, children. Now this little fish had everything in the seas to make him contented, but he was not happy. You will laugh when I tell you why he was not. So this little fish was having everything to live the life happily, but this fish was not happy. And when you will come to know the reason of his sadness, you will laugh. He was unhappy because he was so very small. It is very hard to be such a little mite of a fish, he would say over and over again. If I were only larger, how much happier I could be. And he said it so many times that I think he believed it. See, this fish was unhappy because of the small size, children. He wanted to become a big fish, and that's why he was unhappy. He was unhappy because he was very small in size, and he wanted to become a big fish. All the time he was telling the same thing, that if I were only larger, how much happier I could be. So the reason of his sadness was his small size. One day he was swimming along with the rest of his school and thinking, no doubt, how much more the larger fish had to be thankful for than he. One day he was swimming along with the rest of the school, and he was thinking that the larger fish had so many things to be thankful for. Means they are really lucky. According to this little fish, the larger fish, the big fish of the sea, were lucky because they were not small like him. They were huge in size, that's why. When suddenly, with no warning, they found themselves in the meshes of a great net, there was much floundering and splashing as the net was drawn up out of the water into the sunlight, and just as you can see in this picture, children, without any warning, the fish, they found themselves in a big net. There was much floundering and splashing because the net was drawn All was being emptied into the boat. The smallest fish in the school wriggled through the mesh and slipped back into the cool, clear water. How good it felt! He swam here and there and everywhere, and some of the fish who knew him well all the rest of his life said that they never again heard him say that he wished to be anything but a little fish. See, in the very beginning, this fish was sad because of the small size. Now, you can see the happiness on its face. How happy this fish is because he was alive. He just came out of the net because of the small size, and the fishermen, they just pulled them up on the boat, and this fish, he came out of the net because of the small size. So now this fish was thankful to God that God has made him a little fish. Now this fish was alive because of its small sized children. So that's why this fish was happy. As you know that the story is written by Enos B. Comstock, and this story was about this little fish who was very sad in the beginning but became happy at the end. So, moral of this story is we should always stay happy and be thankful for everything. We should thank God for everything, and we should be happy and satisfied with what we are having, and we should thank God for everything. We should never blame God for anything, children. Everything is a plan of God, and God has a plan for everybody. So, believe in yourself and God. So that's all for today's class, children. Try to read this chapter and watch my video again and again to understand this chapter, children. Stay at your home, stay safe and take care of yourself. God bless you all.